How y'all doing? Today we're going to make us a taco soup. It's a quick soup, it's a cold night, and it's a good night for doing this. It has a lot of canned beans in it, canned corn, tomatoes, peppers and stuff. First off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and brown up the meat. I've got about 2.5 to 2 3/4 pounds of ground meat here. Go ahead, got a skillet heat up here on the stove. We'll go ahead and get this started. Let me put this meat in here. This is about almost 3 pounds of meat. And we'll go ahead and get that browning. Get this mixed in and stirred around. And it probably won't take too long, but I'm going to go ahead and start getting this brown. I'm going to come right back to you. I don't know if you can notice, but I've had this meat browning a few minutes now. See all that liquid in there? All that oil and stuff coming out of the meat. You don't want that much in the pan when you're trying to brown the meat. It'll never brown, just boil that juice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to the side. I'm going to drain some of this juice out. I'm going to put it back in here and finish browning it. Okay, you see now I've emptied all that liquid out of the pan, or most of it. And now we're getting a good sear on that meat. It's important that you do that because you don't want your meat just sit there and boil in that fat and that water. You know, there's some water in the ground meat too. It gets in there, gets moisture in it. So you want to be able to get a good sear. So you try to get some of that liquid out as you go if you're trying to do a lot of ground meat at one time like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep browning this for about a minute or two more. We're gonna take it out and we're gonna strain it. All right, went ahead and took that ground meat out and left a little bit of that oil on the bottom. Now I got about 2 big onions, big white onions that I chopped up. I'm gonna let this pan get hot again just for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and put these onions in. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna caramelize these onions a little bit and get them all mixed in there good. And they'll deglaze that pan a little bit. They'll get some of that good brown bits and stuff that ground meat left in there. So we'll stir these around for a little bit. Just let them get a little bit brown, a little translucent and brown, and then we'll go ahead and put them off to the side too. Alright, now these onions got a little bit of color to them. See, they're turning a little bit brown there, starting to caramelize, and that sweet taste is coming out of them. That's what we want. Now what I'm going to do, I've got a little jalapeno pepper I chopped up. Oh, it might have been 2. 1, 2, how many ever you want. I'll mix that in there just for a second. Let that go around. Now it's about time we can go ahead and add that beef back. So here's this beef. Got 3 pounds of the ground meat. We'll mix it in. Alright. Now, just start putting the beans and all the other good stuff in there. Okay. First off, we've got some kidney beans. These are pink, light red kidney beans. Got a can of those. They're going in the pot. Got some pinto beans. Just regular pinto beans. They're going in there. Got some black beans. These are my favorite. I like these Bush's black beans. Got one in there. Get these stirred around just for a second. I should have got a bigger pot. Right, now we're going to start with some of these tomatoes. I've got stewed tomatoes, Mexican style stewed tomatoes. A can of those in there. Got some hot rotel. Got some diced tomatoes with green chilies. All juice out of them. Not too much juice. Got some golden corn. Well, just whole kernel corn. Strain the juice out of it too. Alright. So this will cook down a good bit. Don't have to worry with it that much. Stir this all around in here. I mean, we got all kind of stuff going on in this pot. And you can see it's going to be a lot of flavor. Okay. I've got some diced green chilies. Put a few of those in there. Which I put that jalapeno. And then I've got some seasoning. I've got some just taco seasoning, a pack of taco seasoning. Go ahead with that. And another good thing, it's good to try in here, is just some ranch seasoning. This is just to make ranch, you know, but you just use the seasoning. You know, you put it in hamburger meat and stuff like that. So it's some good flavor. Go ahead and put that off in there. Now, we got all this stuff in here. We might need a little bit of liquid. So what I did is I went ahead and reserved some beef stock. I'm going to thaw some out actually, had in the freezer. I'm going to add some of that. I'm going to add not too much right now, but as we see this soup cook down, you can add some more. So I've got about 4 cups. I will surely not going to use all that right now. Ready to pour some of that in. Alright, just get a little liquid in there. Go ahead and stir this on in. And this is going to be one heck of a pot of soup. So what we'll do with it now, I'm going to go ahead and let it heat up for a minute or two on medium, or medium high, till it starts just bubbling a little bit. Then I'm going to let it simmer. So I'm going to come back to you once I bring it to a simmer. Okay, it's just about to come up to a simmer, and I went ahead and tasted it, and I think it may need, put a little bit of cumin in here, and a little bit of chipotle chili powder. That's going to give it a little bit of smoky heat right there. And I think that's really going to help it out. I'm going to just go ahead and stir that little bit of spice in there. Now I want it to just start bubbling, like I said, just to a simmer. And you notice I did put a little more stock in there too. Now you're thinking, well, it's going to boil over. We're not really going to bring it to a boil. We're going to bring it to barely bubbling. But to make this soup really good and make it really tasty, we're going to reduce it. So it's going to reduce down at least 10 to 20% before we even eat it. So that's why we've got so much liquid in here right now, because we want to reduce. We want to get all the flavors out of all the vegetables, everything to mingle together and make a really nice really nice soup. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this, cut my temperature down right here to about a little below medium. Now I'm just going to let it sit here on the stove, and I'm going to let it simmer and let it go. I'm going to come back and check it in an hour. Alright, that's just how you want it to be boiling. It's only been about 15 more minutes, but I was going to go ahead and tell you too. See how that little foam's coming up to the top? That's some of that fat and stuff that's still in that beef. So if you want to, you might want to just take your ladle, put it down right underneath the surface of the boiling stuff, and just get some of that fat off the top. You don't have to, but it'll make it a lot cleaner and help get some of that oil out of there. So just do that, and you set your little bowl alongside, and from time to time you come by and just get some of that, like I said, the scum or the foam, as they call it, right there off the top. But it's looking good, and this is just the kind of boil that you want to, or the boil, the simmer that you want to maintain. Now it's been a little over an hour, and see how that's really cooked down? That's just perfect. I'm going to go ahead, as soon as the cornbread gets out the oven, we'll load up a bowl of this great soup. Alright, soup's ready to serve up. You can either have it like I like it, with a little bit of cornbread on the side, or you can eat it the traditional way with some chips, some tortilla chips, and some melted cheese. Either way is really good. And I'm telling you, this stuff is amazing, especially when it's cold outside. You've got to try you a bowl of my taco soup.